Welcome back to another episode on Journey to Authenticity, the podcast designed to help you become your true authentic self, create a clear vision for life, and ultimately step into a life of transformation. I'm Braiden Belnap. I'm your host, speaker, transformational life coach, here to guide you along this journey to becoming your true authentic self. But what if you struggle with rejection? It is fundamental that we will all go through rejection as long as we're really in the pursuit of becoming our true authentic self, creating that dream life, and transforming for the better for ourselves and others. Although most people see rejection as a means to what it means about them, when in reality today we get to switch this. We really get to see that rejection is the opportunity. It's not a wall, it's a door. We get to see that rejection can actually be a game, something that's very helpful. Let's say you're a door-to-door salesperson. You just started your journey. You're in the car for your first neighborhood that you're going to go and knock on. You're nervous, anxious, who knows what you're feeling. And then you step on your first door. You knock. Somebody answers. They hear your pitch and they say no. The best part about this is you get to reflect. What did you do good? Where could you have improved? And then you get to move forward. Rejection is a game. How many no's do you need to get before you get to a yes? And finally, the most important that will crush most people, and the fundamental reason why I'm happy with where I'm at, but I know I could have been further if I made this switch, is the fact that the biggest rejection of all is the rejection of your own. No's from the world will not stop you, but the no's to yourself will permanently restrain you to what's possible for you, what's possible for the people around you, and what's possible to create in this world. So I'm really excited to talk about that step, which will be the last one. And I leave it there because it is the one that we need to remember most. If you get anything from this podcast, it has to be the understanding that if you reject yourself, you reject your dreams. If you reject yourself, quite frankly, you reject inspiring anybody else to go become their best self, to create their dreams. Your rejection to self is the most impactful thing on your life. With that in mind, let's jump in. First part. Rejection is the opportunity. It is the door to your dreams. It is not a wall to your dreams. So we really need to encompass the strategy of like, how can we make this fun? How can we use rejection to make us thrive, right? I mentioned that saying no to myself, rejecting myself was the most impactful thing for me in my life. And that is the truth. And I want to talk about that here because it also emphasizes this one. Imagine a kid. He's 16 years old. He's going to knock on doors. I highlighted this story at the beginning. When I started hearing no's after no, after no, after no, after no, the thoughts flooded my mind. What if I'm not good enough? What if XYZ was actually right and I wouldn't succeed at sales? What if I can't do this? What if I fail and everybody that said that I was going to fail is right? All of these thoughts fueled me. My emotions started to flood in. Anxiety, stress, frustration, anger. And beneath that, which are the two emotions why you're usually not going to take action, is hurt or fear. Scared. Are you hurt or are you scared? So I would really take the time right now to ask yourself, why are you really not taking action? Why are you really not showing up as the best version of yourself? Why are you really not going to build that relationship that you and I both know that you deserve? Why are you not going to accomplish your dreams? Are you hurt? Is there something that you need to heal from? Are you scared? Because again, rejection is not a wall. It is a door to your future self, the future kids you have, the future of your kids that you do have, the future of your relationship that you have with a partner, the results and the aspects of what you accomplish in life. Without rejection, we cannot become more. We can't. Rejection is the gym of greatness. If you can get in, you can lift life heavy. You can push yourself. You can work that muscle. You become more. You accomplish more. If you cut out the opportunity for the world to say no to you before you even gave them the opportunity to even say yes, you're never going to accomplish it. So we really need to shift that perspective that rejection is a door to walk through. The way that I started to see this differently, again, it was making this a game, right? How many no's do I need to get to a yes? I found out, okay, if I talk to 10 people, then I can sell one. I can get one yes. From there, after turning it into a game, guess what I did? Every door I checked on, if I get a no, even if I get a yes, what did I do right? What could be improved? On the things that I did do right, what could be improved? What should I leave 100%? What should I leave behind on 100% of my next pitches? I started to really look at the data and the analytics. And soon it came down to I needed to knock 9 doors to get one sell and then 8 doors to get one sell. And you get better and better and better. If you are not having fun along the journey, you are not going to accept or have fun at your final destination. So whatever you're working on as an entrepreneur and you're trying to become your authentic self, you have to realize that the no's are not about you. It is solely about how you presented. It's not about you. It's about what you're doing. Or the person that you're talking to doesn't actually see it as a possibility or doesn't see it as a need. So taking a step back, how can you make it fun? How can you enjoy the journey? How can we tweak rejection to fuel you over run out of gas, per se? And I really want you to sit with that question. How can you fuel rejection to be your fuel? Is that doing what I did? Counting down? Hey, if I count on 10 doors, I'm going to get one sell. What is it going to be? How are you actually going to have fun with this? If you don't know where to start, then start making it a game of I need to know 9 no's to get one yes, whatever the case is for you and your business. The second, again, is to start to strategize your rejection. Start to use it as data. If you run a marketing campaign and it doesn't do well, you might be a little upset and frustrated, but you all, of course, if you're in marketing, you know what I'm talking about. You're going to analyze the data, see what worked, see what didn't, and you're going to make the tweaks and you're going to go out on another campaign. Now with sales or any other aspect of your life, when it comes to you and having a conversation with somebody, you and building a connection, it's also the same process. Again, the no is not about you. It's about what you're doing, how you're presenting it. It's about how you're showing up. You get to analyze the data. What is it I said? How did I say it? What did I say? How did I explain it? You get to look at all the analytics, and slowly you're going to get better and better. But the one thing that we really need to stomp in the ground today, burn it, send it to hell, whatever, is that there is no more rejecting you. As I said before, rejection is the gym to life. If you can weigh it heavy, if you can hold it heavy, you can lift heavy, and you can push yourself forward, you turn it into a game, you enjoy it, and you don't make it about you, and you don't reject yourself, there is nothing that is not a possibility. See, for myself, I had dreams as a young kid. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. There's a time that I wanted to be an anesthesiologist. There's a time that I wanted to play soccer. I dreamed big. As I started to get rejection, my dreaming became smaller and smaller. And what I realized at a point when I was so frustrated with where I was at is the fact that when I was thinking as a kid, where I was as a kid, even though in some aspects I saw the world upside down, it was the right way. Like, dreaming is possible. Achieving your dreams is possible. I realized in a moment of frustration, anxiety with self and life that the way that I thought as a kid was the right way. And at that moment, not exactly at that moment, but over time, I started to develop my vision once again. And that's why I'm sitting here with you today, is that I can dream big as if I was a kid, and I don't need to grow out of that. Dreams are possible, but it is impossible if you reject yourself. It doesn't matter whether the world rejects your dreams, or your mom or your dad or your strangers or siblings or your spouse. Anybody can reject your dream and you still accomplish it. But if you reject your dream first, whether that's who you want to be, spirit, mind, body, your identity, what you accomplish in a relationship, what you accomplish with business, lifestyle, material items, whatever, if you reject that, it is impossible. It will not happen. The last thing I want to leave with you is that dreams take time to develop. If you really implement this today, you make rejection fun, you analyze it as data, and you don't reject yourself, and you pursue your truth, and you never give up, there's nothing that's impossible in this world. Nothing. If you want to run a marathon, you can. If you want to build a big business, you can. If you want to build an investment portfolio of a certain amount of dollars, you can. If you want to do a triathlon, you can. If you want to do anything, you can. The people that you look up to, guess what? If they can do it, why can't you? But my next question is, if not now, then when? Again, the only rejection that will stop you forever is you. And that is a lifetime of pain, because someday you will wake up and you're going to see where you're at, and you will be disappointed if you reject yourself. And that's the biggest rejection of all. It's the most painful of all. But if today you say, you know what, if they can do it, then I can. And if not now, then when? And I choose now, guess what? Whether it takes 1 year or a week or a month or months or years, you're going to be that old anyways. And turns out, if you really go achieve great things, you'll never even regret what you tried over didn't. So realize that rejection and courage to keep pushing on is courage. Running away from the rejection and your limiting beliefs is not. With that in mind, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for tuning into Journey to Authenticity. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe and leave a review. This will help me to show up in ways that would best serve you, but it'll also help me to get the most exciting guests. With that in mind, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. Bye-bye.